So let's get to the stock of the day, and that is Metcash. So it has revealed a 10.5 cent per share dividend after reporting a bump in profits. Shares are doing very well today, up more than 5%. Sales momentum continuing into the second half as well, buoyed by customers shopping closer to home, but also it's looking forward to a pretty strong Christmas and New Year's. It's sounding very positive about the season to come. Yes, supply chain, yes, labor costs were flagged, and as well, the company is saying that it will invest more in digital operations in the next half. I will start with you, Gaurav, since you're in studio here with me. But what do you think? I mean, there are a lot of people that are very cashed up. Are you expecting to see upgrades coming after this update?
There may well be, actually. These are a really good set of numbers. There's already been fairly high expectations about Metcash, and it's easy to see why. There's a lot of forces that are working in their favor at the moment. Of course, we've got this colossal building boom underway, and that's going to help their building retail business, their Mitre 10 business. But we've also got this more mysterious switch in consumer behavior, where, as you noted, there's been consumers are now shopping more locally. And they're foregoing large centres and going towards more regional focused shopping centres. That's had very big impacts on the prices of regional property centres and also on the sales of regional shops. And IGA is one of the foremost of those regional shops. So I would, the future of Metcash really depends on how sustainable that trend is. Is this change in consumer behaviour a permanent change, or is it a short-term response to the pandemic? I don't have the answer to that, but my suspicion is it's probably a more short-term cyclical thing. And certainly what's happening in the building cycle is certainly a crazy short-term boom time thing, which is related to interest rates. So it looks to me as though Metcash is probably over-earning at the moment. It looks pretty cheap on multiples. It's generating the best results it has in years. It has always been a well-managed business, and it remains one. But I think it's over-earning, and I'd be taking profits at this level.
So you would be selling
I'd be selling slowly, but still selling.
Thank you. How about you, Henry Jennings at Marcus today? Because it is trading at a discount to market. I think Citi said about 35%. And it's also trading at a significant discount to its peers. In this uncertain environment, a lot of these consumer staples will continue to do well. Would you be taking profits in Metcash?
A good set of results, I've got to say, from these guys, especially in hardware, which, as Gaurav was talking about, we do have a building boom at the moment. Now, just as an aside, talking of building booms, when you talk to tradies, if you can actually find one these days, the cost of materials is going to be a big jump come the 1st of January. And we are going to see those supply chain issues and demand issues really push the price of renovations quite a lot higher. They've already risen quite a lot. Now, of course, that could be temporary, but what you do find a lot of the time is that once these price increases have been built in, then even when the price of timber, the price of plywood or plasterboard or whatever comes back down, as it hopefully does, then those prices remain in the Mitre 10 stores, and those margins just stay and actually increase. So I quite like this one. I've got to say, good set of numbers, great management, good capital management as well, a big rise in the dividend. I've no doubt we will see some broker upgrades come through. Also defensive from the food side of things, although they lost the 7-Eleven, that did have an impact on their sales there. But food, liquor and hardware, especially with the hardware, they're pushing more into trade. The Total Tools acquisition does look pretty good, and they're certainly building out more stores with the Total Tools next to Mitre 10s as well to really go for that trade market. So I think, at the moment, for me, it's certainly a hold. I'm not sure I'll be piling in at these levels. It has had a pretty good bounce back on these numbers, but I wouldn't be surprised to see some broker upgrades continue for this one, that's for sure.
Hold and a sell for Metcash, the stock of the day.